G'day, Ranter here. And I've already mentioned in a previous video that I'm very pleased that Hannah Ferguson is going to challenge the Prime Minister, Albo, here in Grayndler at the next federal election. Soon after announcing her candidacy, Hannah got an unexpected endorsement.
Now, Hannah Ferguson is a very significant figure on social media and new media, has a lot of followers, young people, but, you know, hardcore lefty, all the rest of it.
I could not get through that column without vomiting in my mouth.
She wrote a thing for The Guardian.
She wrote a whole column for The Guardian. Firstly, if you have to write a column for The Guardian explaining why you are running, that is not a good reason. That means you've already failed. If anything the left has done to drive people to the arms of what Pauline Hanson, it is to become woke, overprivileged inner city toss bags, like, I dare say, Hannah, you. Also, if you are really concerned about the rise of One Nation and arresting it, why don't you run in a seat that One Nation actually might win? Because the only reason you're running against the Prime Minister is the same reason I suspect you've done most things in your life, is because you know that that will get you the most publicity. It is a disgraceful act. It is an act of gross treachery from the left, and it is also absolutely idiotic.
Look at these pathetic blokes smashing down on a brilliant, brave young Australian entrepreneur. I reckon Hannah Ferguson is a great role model. In the upside down world of the Australian media, getting smashed by the Murdochs is a sign of integrity and a sign that you are potentially someone who might shift the needle for the better. And I reckon Joe might be vomiting in his own mouth because Hannah induces a little moment of self-awareness, of self-reflection, when he realises what a shameful betrayal of journalism he is. Hannah, a sellout for clicks from Murdoch shills? Give me a break, boys. And can I suggest you two and everyone else in Australia grab a copy of this outstanding book, because this is the book that catalogues the decades of toxic debasement of the organisation that pays the salary of Paul Murray and Joe Hildebrand. That's the Murdochs. It's a fantastic read, kind of reads like true crime, until you come to this sobering moment when you realise these are some of the most powerful people on earth, and they've been polluting our country for decades. Oh, and Joe, a quick primer on democracy. I know working in the Murdoch press, they don't require that you think about or know anything about democracy, but you should be aware that it's recommended that candidates run in the seats in which they live. That's what Hannah's doing. Thanks for joining, Ranter, and make sure you go and grab a copy of this book, because it'll tell you a lot about power in Australia, stuff you really need to know. Thanks again, and talk soon.